And a good afternoon to you from Joplin, Missouri, Ozark Christian College, Day 2, semifinal time in the 2018 ACCA Women's National Championship. This is the first semi. It's the 3-2 matchup between Rhema, the Lady Eagles at 15-6, and the 2-seed Randall University Saints coming in at 16-11. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here today. Rhema winning in the opening round, dominating against AFLBS by a total of 114-25. Talk more about these two teams here in a little bit. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for the Lady Eagles of Rhema, Carrie Sharp in her 6th season, 8th total with the Lady Eagles. Starting number 10, Abby Salinas. Number 12, Joy Lambert. Number 21, Sarah Lapp. Number 22, Tamara Smith. And number 25, Whitney Jacobs. Starting today for Megan Malloy in her first season, the 16-11 Randall Saints. Number 1, Kahara Mays. Number 10, Morgan Fletcher. Number 14, Tiffany Burns. Number 22, Olivia Wells. And number 23, Courtney Jones. That's the starters for both of these teams. Meeting for the third time, Randall has won them both, but they've been close. On November 16th at Rhema, it was Randall 69, Rhema 67. In that game, Rhema outshot Randall 43% to 41%. For Randall, Wells had 18 and 12. Mays was 16 in the game in November. For Rhema, it was Lapp was 17, Lambert 16. Jacobs had 15 and 16. Then, January 18th, they met at Randall. It was 77-68 in favor of the Saints in that game. That game, close shooting. All of the stats in both games between these two teams have been close. In the second meeting in January, the Saints outshot Rhema 42% to 41%. Rhema Smith had 32 on 10 of 18. Linsco with 15. And for Randall, Chalfant with 14 off the bench. Wells led them with 18. So these two teams very familiar with each other, doing a home-and-home this year. Rhema trying to get on the board. Salinas had space, but too strong on the jumper. Into the forecourt, it's Wells. Going to be interesting to see what kind of energy that Randall comes out here with. Disappointed, obviously, with their region play. They lost in the semis to Manhattan, so they did not get an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. This is sort of a consolation for them. Oh, it'll be interesting to see. This is a 3-time champion, Megan Malloy, was a player on 2 of those championship teams. Burns for 3, can't get it to go as we're just underway. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Hey, folks, we got the YouTube chat going. I'm hopeful that my voice will hold out the entire game. Not 100% confident in it, though, so bear with me if I start sounding a little raspy. Smith gets Rhema on the board first. Smith leading the team at 18.5 points per game. Here's a catch and shoot by Jones, who hesitated. Scrum for the rebound. Smith comes up with it. Smith, good rebounder as well, 7 a game. She's 3rd in the ACCA in assists at 4.7. Eagles on the far side. Smith, a lot of dribbling, 10 to shoot. Bounce pass goes to Linsco. Kicks it out. Salinas. Jumper no good. Rebound controlled by Jones. So Linsco does get the start. She was scratched, but she is out there in the starting lineup. That 3-ball no good. Over in the corner. Missing it was Wells. Salinas looks to push. Top of the key. Linsco for 3. It's short. Rebound fought for. Still alive. Rhema comes up with it. Good effort for Rhema by Jacobs, and a foul's going to be called. Free throws to come. At the line for Rhema, Sarah Lapp, 68% free throw shooter. How about Sarah Lapp's day yesterday? Everybody had a big day. Almost everybody for Rhema scored in double figures. Lapp had 16. She's now 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe here in the tournament. Make it 4 of 5. 4-0 in favor of the Eagles. Winner gets a trip to the championship game. Loser to the 3rd place game. For Randall, it's Burns. Top of the key, Jones traveled with the basketball. Ball will go back to the Eagles. Good start for Rhema. They've got a good cheering section here. Saw a few Randall fans as well. The Saints third in the ACCA in scoring. Offense has improved each month. 83.6 points per game in February for Randall, shooting 44% as a team. Linsko flips it up, no. Tip for the rebound. Jacobs is there, but she's out of bounds. So Randall will get it back, still looking to get on the board 3 minutes and 2 seconds into this one. Randall went undefeated in January, part of a 7-game winning streak. Played a tough non-conference early losses against NAIA Faulkner, Bacone, Oklahoma Wesleyan, and Division III McMurray. They've come battle-tested. Rhema plays a tough schedule as well. A lot of NAIAs in that part of the country, both these teams from Oklahoma, so it makes sense for travel costs, schedule some tough opponents, get you ready for this time of the year as well. Still nothing from Randall. Offensive rebound, changing that is Wells. Finally a field goal. Olivia Wells, 11.6 per ball game, shooting 38%. I mentioned it yesterday. Rhema came out very focused against AFLBS. It's always kind of tough to gauge because the competition and the teams are so different in athletic ability, but what impressed me yesterday was not the 114-25 score. What impressed me was the focus. Salinas can't get it to go. Burns into the forecourt. Here's Jones between the circles. Steps left, the three. It's short. Salinas, good box out. Smith into the forecourt. Step back three, way off. Fletcher, the board. Morgan Fletcher into the forecourt, 13.8 points per game, over to Mays, who traveled with the basketball. Sloppy start for Randall as Izzy Bacon comes into the game, the sophomore. 7 points off the bench, couple of assists as well. Going to give a breather to Courtney Jones. I mentioned the YouTube chat. We also have the hashtag on Twitter, ACCA Sports. If you want to interact with today's broadcast, love to hear from you. Whitney Jacobs to the bucket. 6-2 Eagles. Eagles tied for the best shooting team in the ACCA, 44% as a team. Burns, the crossover, gets it out to Mays, catch and shoot. Short on that. Rebound to Jacobs. Here comes Rhema. Whitney Jacobs, second in the ACCA in assists per game. Tamara Smith is third. They combined for around 10 assists. Long rebound off the miss to Smith. Tamara will direct traffic here. Salinas on the near side, past the midway point, approaching 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Linsko can't get it to go, a tie-up. And they're going to call Randall with a foul. That'll be the second on Randall. Low-scoring start to this one for both teams. More so for Randall as they're stuck on just one field goal. Maddie Chalfont's coming into the game. Mentioned she had a good game in the last meeting back in January with 14 off the bench against Rhema. Mays, good box out. She'll push it into the forecourt. Catch and shoot Fletcher for three. No. Smith all alone underneath with the rebound. Smith looking to push. 3-on-3. Salinas from the mid-range. Yes. Timeout Randall. 8-2 start for the 3-seed Rhema Lady Eagles. We'll take a break as well. Welcome back, everybody. We've got 3:44 to go here in the opening quarter, and Megan Malloy just gave it to her team in that timeout. I mean, she let them have it. I'm up here with headphones, noise-canceling headphones, and I can hear her yelling. Underneath, Chalfant can't get it to go. Good defense again from the Lady Eagles. Out in transition, Linsco from the half circle off the back iron. Bounce to Smith. Smith blocked and taken away by Maddie. Chalfant with the good defensive play. Burns spinning, shooting, scoring, and the foul. Well, we've had one friend check in on the YouTube chat, Ryan Lovelace, watching Rhema's men win earlier today. They'll be in the 5th place game tomorrow. These two teams can do no worse than 4th in this tournament. 3-point play completes. So it's a 3-point game. Hiroshima, glad to be with you. This is game number 4 of 8 today. Jacobs, they're going to get an over-the-back call on Rhema. Tiffany Wurtzer checking into the ball, or excuse me, that was Sarah Lapp. Apologies. If you want to hear a broadcaster with scrambled brains, tune into the 9:15 p.m. tonight game, and I don't even know if I'll be speaking English at that point. At least 14 hours of basketball today. It's not the longest. I did one tournament that started. We got there at 6:30 in the morning to set up for an 8 o'clock game, and we left at 1:30 the next morning. That was the longest. I still have dreams about that one. Today's pretty long, though, but we're having fun. Randall looking to put back-to-back buckets together as they pick up a steal. Jones had it poked away. Chalfant, turnaround shot, no. Offensive rebound, swings it out. Here's Jones for 3, yes. Tied at 8, and Carrie Sharp not happy with her team. So we'll step aside as we take a look at the All-Americans in the ACCA. Low-scoring first quarter, 2:09 left to go. We're even Steven at 8 apiece. Hiroshima, glad to be back with you. It's Rhema and Randall for the 3rd time this year. 15-6, Lady Eagles. 16-11, Saints. Smith, guarded closely by Jones to Linsco. Left of the lane, Salinas in and out, right back in. Rhema back up. Randall has not led in this ball game. First tie was at 8-8. Bacon from downtown. The rainbow shot, no. Tip for the rebound, and they're going to get Randall, I believe, on the foul. That's team foul number 3 on the Saints, 2 for Rhema, with 1:35 left to play here in this first quarter. Smith across midcourt. Man defense for the Saints. In the corner, Salinas. Smith, 15 to shoot. Spinning. A little bit out of control on that shot. Chalfant makes it a one and done. Jones over to Bacon from downtown. In and out. Rebound to Lapp. Smith into the front court. Last year, Rhema lost in the opening round to Emmaus, then wins over Ozark in the consolation, lost to Trinity in the 5th place game. Randall did not play in this tournament last year, lost to the championship game to Arlington in 2016. It's been Arlington and Randall, then Hillsdale, who has dominated the ACCA in the last 6 years. Fletcher good on the jumper. We're tied again for the 2nd time. Shot clock, game clock, nearly identical, so Eagles can hold here. Underneath Linsko, too strong, batted out. Offensive rebound to Lap, and then a foul called on Randall. That's 4 on the Saints. So, no free throws. Salinas to inbound it, left of the hoop. Ball taken away. Good defense on the inbound by Jones. Running the floor well. Bacon has to pull it back. Gets it over to Chalfant, who hits the jumper, and Randall closes the quarter strong after falling behind 8-2 early. They close and lead it now 12-10. 1 quarter in the books here in the semifinals. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here in just a moment. Quarter number 2 underway here in Joplin, Missouri. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Semifinals. Winner goes to the championship game tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time. High pass as Rhema possesses it first and turns it over. Lady Eagles came into the tournament hot. They've now won 6 in a row. They also had a 4-game winning streak back in early November. Chalfant can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Whitney Jacobs. Linsko steps into a 3 off the back of the rim. Jacobs the rebound. Extra possession for Rhema here. Entry pass by Lapp. Deflected, taken away by Morgan Fletcher. Here come the Saints. Burns to the bucket. Gets the friendly roll. So I mentioned it was 8-2 at one point. 12-2 run for Randall since then. Megan Malloy called timeout, and I got the attention of her team. During that first quarter, they came out sluggish. Different energy since then. 6 to shoot. Smith draws the foul. Tamara will go to the line. Randall does well usually offensively on neutral courts. Low scoring start to this one, but they average about 91 per game on neutral courts. They're 4-0 this year. Coming back in is Kahara Mays, the senior. Megan Malloy in her first year, former assistant for Randall, also played, as I mentioned, won the ACCA championship in 13 and 14. They're building a culture there at Randall that is going to be tough to contend with for other schools in that area. That's a 3 by Bacon. She's 0 for 3. Gets it back in the lane. Too strong. Rebound controlled by Jacobs. Linsko into the forecourt. Smith. The rainbow shot. No. Bacon had possession, and then she's fouled on a reach. Game 4 of 8, as I mentioned earlier today. The next ladies semifinal is at 7:30. Providence and Arlington. Burns gets a screen. Thought about it. Instead to Chalfant. Jacobs anticipates to flex the ball out. And Mays stepped over the line, they say. So ball will go back to Rhema. 7:48 left to go here in this second quarter. Just underway in quarter number 2. Glad to be with you. All 22 games in the men's and women's tournaments here at Joplin. We're about halfway through, a little more than halfway through the tournament now. That 3-ball missed. Salinas, another offensive rebound for Rhema. Check the stats at halftime. Be interesting. The Lady Eagles have had a lot of second chance opportunities. Need to capitalize, though. The shooting's been pretty low for Rhema. Jacobs directing traffic. Expecting her to go one-on-one with Bacon. Pulls up, free throw line extended, and missed it short. Bacon got the rebound. Mays into the forecourt. Burns driving. Had that shot altered. Good defense. Linsko out on the run. Rhema 3-on-3 now. Look out. Lapp got mugged. As Chalfant wanted to make sure. I believe they're going to call that foul on the floor too, so it's a good foul. Olivia Wells back out there for Randall. So fresh 30 for Rhema. Salinas inbound right of the bucket. Smith thought about a catch and shoot. Instead cross court to Linsko. Lapp. Sarah Lapp averaging just under 10 a game. Jacobs. Rhema having trouble against the man defense. Smith with 7. Out of control. Mays, good defense and the rebound. Mays into the front court. And Fletcher looking to drive both teams in the man. Mays shuffled her feet. So just about 4 minutes into this second quarter. Another turnover for Randall. Lady Eagles of Rhema get it back. Jacobs into the front court. Salinas on the near side of your screen. Looks for a cutter. It's Jacobs. Jacobs left of the lane. Shot altered. Good defense by Wells. And then a foul on the rebound is going to go on Rhema. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Fletcher into the forecourt. Burns, Wells, Fletcher for 3, went halfway down, came back out. Here come the Eagles. Smith, can't get it to go, but she's fouled. A defensive struggle here in the first semifinal on the women's side of things. 14-12, nearing the midway point of this second quarter. 2 teams that average over 75 a game. Rhema 79, Randall 76. And there's a lid on both hoops right now. Smith, 75% free throw shooter. That was 3 team fouls, by the way, now on Randall. Still 2 for Rhema. Neither free throw good. Rebound controlled by Wells. Some opportunities missed here for Rhema. See which team can get hot first. Burns gets it to Wells, trapped in the corner. Burns underneath, traveled with the basketball. Wells into the forecourt for the Lady Eagles of Rhema. Good rebounding team. We've seen them crashing the offensive glass. 7 of their 9 players average at least 4.5 rebounds. Nothing going, though, on the offensive end. Randall, I believe, called for time as they get possession. Izzy Bacon with the hustle points. Take a timeout as well. Come back here in just a moment. Well, as you can see, this is a tournament dominated by 2 teams. Over the last 6 years, it's been either Randall, then Hillsdale, or Arlington who has won it. Rhema trying to get to the final. Last year, with Randall out of the tournament, Emmaus reached the final. Morgan Fletcher, 64%, goes to the line here. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you out of the timeout. 4:31 left to go in the first half. This semifinal game. Fletcher, the senior. Mays also a senior. Burns a senior. And Shailen Lane, another senior for Randall. Wrapping up their collegiate careers here in Joplin. Jacobs, yes. Nice moves by Whitney Jacobs. Couple of seniors for Rhema. Jacobs and also Smith, who's got the ball as Salinas came up with a big steal. So the 2 top assist women for Rhema, both seniors. Jacobs in the lane, can't get it to go. 16-14, the lead is 2. Bacon into the forecourt. Here's Mays. Fletcher on the baseline, backs it out. Bacon throws it up, too strong. Rebound controlled by Jacobs. Here comes Rhema, 2-on-2. Jacobs gets it out. Salinas missed it back rim. I don't think Jacobs realized because she was looking to make the pass, but her defender gambled and bit on a fake, and Whitney Jacobs probably would have had an easy layup, but she was turned in the wrong direction. Back in transition, it's Burns with 2 more. Randall taking its biggest lead of the game at 4. Eagles have led by as many as 6. .244 left to go. 14 on the shot clock. Jacobs over to Salinas. Underneath, good post work by Lapp. She's been quiet. Good to see her get it going. Fletcher backs it out. Catch and shoot. Mays for three. Grazes the rim. That's all. That's off the foot of an Eagle. That went off the foot of Rhema. So we'll stay on this end of the court. Izzy Bacon coming out. Coming back in is Courtney Jones for Randall. Linsco checking back in. Catch and shoot three. It's good from Wells. Randall by 5. Whitney Jacobs, top of the key. Gets it back from Linsco. She's directing traffic. Jacobs takes it herself, draws the foul with 4 on the shot clock. Team foul number 4 on Randall, 3 on the Lady Eagles. Jacobs bangs through the first one. Whitney Jacobs, 58% free throw shooter. Shaylin Lane, the senior, coming in for the first time for the Saints, number 32, near the backcourt there on your screen. 1 out of 2, offensive rebound. Salinas, the putback is short, and it's tipped. Rebound controlled by Jones. Jones steps left, missed it back rim. The board to Rhema, it was Linsco. Approaching 1:17 left to go. First half action, a low scoring game. Jacobs buries the jumper. The lead is 2 for Randall. Jones fouled on the floor. That will be 4 on Rhema. So both teams will be in the bonus over the final 58.5 on the next defensive set fouls. Kahara Mays will inbound it. Salinas comes out. Coming in for Rhema, Christina Rogers, the freshman. Guarding Jones on the inbound. Jones to the bucket. She's going to be fouled by Rogers. Five team fouls. 2 shots coming for Courtney Jones. 72% free throw shooter, the junior. Around 11 per ball game, 40% shooter from the field, 4.5 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 1.9 steals. Kind of stat lines that coaches like Megan Malloy will love. Doing it all. Whitney Jacobs into the forecourt for Rhema. Drives in, had it poked away, fell down, and a foul called on Randall. Two-shot foul now as both teams are over the limit. How about Whitney Jacobs for a stat line? You thought Courtney Jones was impressive. Jacobs 14 a game, 48% shooter, almost 8 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and almost 3 steals per game. Trouble at the free throw line, though, here today. Gets 1 out of 2, 7-second difference between the game and shot clock. 23-20. Jones tries left of the lane, throws it up, and gets the friendly bounce. One of the few times the rims have been friendly to either one of these teams here today. Final shot time of the first half for Rhema. Smith comes near side. Jacobs was looking to post up. Smith's going to be off with that three. Offensive rebound by Rogers, and the half comes to an end. Low scoring semifinal game. Randall leads Rhema 25-20. We're going to go away for our 15-minute break. We'll come back with second half action here in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Randall and Rhema vying for a spot in the championship game. We'll see who comes out ahead here in the second half in just a little bit. Welcome back to Joplin, everybody. Third quarter about to get underway. 25-20, Randall leading the first women's semifinal. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. First half numbers, low scoring, as you can see. 21% shooting for Rhema, that's it. And for Randall, they're at 30%. Leading scorer in the first half, Whitney Jacobs, on her way to a double-double. 8 points, 12 rebounds for Jacobs. 4 points apiece for Smith, Lapp, and Salinas. That's the scoring for Rhema. 7 points each for Tiffany Burns, Courtney Jones. 5 points, 5 rebounds for Olivia Wells for Randall at the half. Second chance points, the difference so far. 8-2, Randall having the advantage there. All of the other statistical categories are just about nip and tuck. Just like they were the first two times that these two teams met. During the regular season, Randall won both games. Won a 2-point game in November and a 9-point game in January. So who gets hot first is probably what's going to decide this one, if it happens at all. These two teams like to usually very good offensively, but they're both good defensive teams too, and we're seeing that defensive intensity here today in that semifinals. Rhema came in allowing an average of just 60.7 per ball game. Randall came in allowing an average of just 64.4. Opponents for Rhema shooting just 28% from behind the arc. Opponents for Randall are shooting 30% from behind the arc. Randall keeps possession here as we're just underway in this third quarter. Heard from a few folks on the YouTube chat. Hi to Christy and everybody who's watching. Glad to be with you. We're halfway through day number 3. Big three-pointer, Tiffany Burns connecting. 8-point advantage. Randall was just 2 of 14 shooting three-pointers in the first half. Rhema 0 for 7. Randall took about half of their first half shots from behind the arc. So the biggest lead for either team is 8 for Randall. 4 to shoot. Jacobs, yes. But you see how hard the Eagles are having to work for their shots. Jones fakes the 3. Thought about the step back. Instead, the Mays for 3, way off. Jacobs had position for the rebound, and Wells is called for the foul. That's Wells' 4th personal. So she goes to the bench, and Chalfant comes back in. So 4th personal on Wells. She'll be out for quite a while. First team foul for either team here in this third quarter. Salinas with the hand in her face. Off the side of the rim. Lapp chases down the rebound. Salinas now Smith. Extra chance opportunities. 9 offensive rebounds in the first half. Make it 10 now for Rhema. Salinas way off. Linsko. Another offensive rebound. That's 11 now. Smith dribbles right. Linsko for 3. Way off. Rebound chased down by Jones. Throws full court. Burns had to chase it down and will set up the offense. Good job by the Eagles sprinting back. Jones. Entry pass to Chalfant. Turnaround shot, no. Rebound to Salinas. Smith into the forecourt. Jacobs takes it up top. Toss to Salinas. Wicked screen. Salinas missed it from the free throw stripe. Jones into the forecourt. Jones to the bucket, draws the foul. Courtney Jones, 72% free throw shooter. So far today, she's 2 out of 2. Both teams with a team foul now. That's the third on Sarah Lapp. Jones good on the first one. Lead back to 7, so Lapp comes out. Coming in is Joy Lambert, who was slated to start, was a late scratch. 1 out of 2 at the line. Rebound by Rhema. Linsko pulled down the board. Smith between the circles. Jacobs on the right. Into the lane. Jacobs too strong, but she's fouled by Chalfant. 4 minutes, 5 seconds into this third quarter. More free throws coming for Rhema. Winner of this game will play the winner of Arlington and Providence. Likely Arlington in that game for the championship at 4. The loser goes to the third place game. The third place game will be tomorrow at 12:30, again, all-time Central. And they would likely, barring one heck of an upset, take on Providence. Don't want to book Arlington into that championship game just yet, but they're a strong favorite in that game. Burns dared to shoot, and she makes Rhema pay for that. A rare defensive lap, and Carrie Sharp immediately calls timeout. Randall by 8 here in the semifinals. We'll take a break. (34-26). Randall by 8. 5:38 left to go here in quarter number 3. Kurshima, glad to be with you. Game number 12 of 22, just past the halfway point here in the men's and women's tournaments. Here's Lambert for 3. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for Rhema. That is the only thing keeping them in this game. Lambert to Smith between the circles. Smith. Linsko. Back out Smith. Into the lane. Draws a foul. Team foul number 3 on Randall. Tamara Smith, 75% free throw shooter. Today she's 2 for 4. Make it 2 for 5. Neither free throw good. Opportunity missed there for Rhema. Randall looking to push here. It's Fletcher. Jones into the circle. Jones into the lane. I think Bacon might have been out of bounds there. They didn't see it, though. Here's Jones for 3. Got it to go. Randall has opened up an 11-point lead. Smith quickly answering back. Rhema needed that. This one in danger of getting out of hand here. And Tamara Smith made sure to push on the make. That's something that's changed in the game at all levels of basketball. 7 to shoot. Burns swings it out. The three by Fletcher is off the mark. And the ball will go back to Rhema. See if the Eagles can get a run together after falling behind double figures for the first time here today. Smith to the right. And that pass forced it, really. Burns had good position, came up with the steal. Great defense by her. Fletcher, turnaround, yes, from 10. Lead back to 11 for Randall. Whitney Jacobs, top of the key. Jacobs looking to drive, couple of fakes, got it to go. That wasn't bad defense, that was better offense by Whitney Jacobs. Jacobs a double-double here today. Right to the bucket, unimpeded Jones. Lead back to 11. Offense starting to pick up for both teams. Smith to the bucket, yes. Rhema's got to get some stops now, trapping pressure here. Jones up top, left side Bacon. In the corner, it's Fletcher. Open three off the back iron. Jacobs the board. Jacobs looking to push. Jacobs in the lane. Couple of fakes. Draws the foul on Bacon. .230 left to go here in this third quarter. That's 4 team fouls on Randall. Just 1 so far on Rhema. Free throws continue to be a problem. Salinas gets a breather for Rhema. Coming in is Christina Rogers. Whitney Jacobs will try to salvage the trip here. Missed them both again. Offensive rebound by Linsko, though. Out to Smith for 3. No. Rebound controlled by Jones, but she traveled. 2:21 left to go. Raymond extra possession. Lambert gives way. Linsko to inbound it. Ball deflected out. Good defense by Jones. Rhema will have to do it again. Smith. Looking over to the sideline for a play. Smith to the bucket. Yes, and the foul. What a move, Tamara Smith. Rhema desperately needs free throws, though. Tamara Smith, 75%, but she's struggled today from the line. That's 5 team fouls now on Randall, so Rhema also in the bonus over this final 2:06. Completes the old school three-point play. Smith fired up. 5 straight for Rhema. Burns over to Mays. Burns in the corner. Jones on the wing. 10 to shoot. Jones swings it out to Burns. Fakes the 3 to the baseline. Cut off. Good defense. Down the 4. The 3 by Jones off the mark. Long rebound fought for. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Rhema. Hustle points for the Eagles. Jacobs glances over to the side. Carries Sharp Long-time coach, head coach for 6 years, assistant for 2 others. Directing traffic. Smith fouled again. Mays, the guilty party. For Mays, that's her 3rd. Samara Smith at the line. Able to rim in the first one. 6-0 run now for Rhema. They get 7-0. So Randall went up 41-30. Since then, 7 straight for the Eagles. 4-point game. Nearing 1 minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Jones to Mays, corner 3. Short on it, and an over-to-back call is on Rhema. That'll be just their 2nd. So plenty of time to stay aggressive. Plenty of fouls left to work with. Mays to inbound it. Burns around the defense. Too easy. Ends that 7-0 run, puts Randall back up by 6. Smith looking to push again. She'll back it out now. Whitney Jacobs looking to post up. Stead up top to Rogers. Back to Smith. Boy, battling are Bacon and Jacobs. Long 3 is missed by Smith. That ball thrown away. And coming up with it was Fletcher, another foul on the Lady Eagles. So the shot clock is off. Randall can hold for the final shot of the 3rd quarter. Salinas back out there. Sarah Lapp checking back in as well. Morgan Fletcher, top of the key. Jones. Toss over to Bacon. Back to Jones on the left. Goes behind her back. In the corner, it's Mays. 2 seconds. Has to force it. Good defense by Rhema. And we have ourselves a ball game heading into quarter number 4. Randall maintains a 6-point lead as we go to the 4th. We'll take a timeout. Coming back with more semifinal action here in just a minute. Fourth quarter action here in the women's semifinals. First of 2 semifinals. It'll be Arlington and Providence later tonight at approximately 7:30. Randall has it, 6-point advantage. They've led by as many as 11. Krishima, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. Fletcher throws it underneath. Burns, entry pass deflected by Linsko. Rhema almost lost it, but Lapp was there. Turnaround shot in the lane by Jacobs is off the mark, and a reach. Frustration foul on Jacobs. Randall didn't participate in this tournament last year. They've been in the finals, though, just about every year of the last 5 prior to last year. Earning a first-round bye, quarterfinal bye, I should say, right to the semifinals as one of the top 2 seeds. Turning it over there, though. Eagles, no stranger to winning this tournament. They are 6-time ACCA champions, but their last was in 2010. Throwing it up, unable to get it to go, was Jacobs. Whitney Jacobs, the flex. Fight for it between Linsko and Burns, and Linsko able to steal it away. Rhema's picked up the defense. Trying to get some buckets going. Smith draws the foul, can't get the bank. She'll go to the line. Jacobs, it's been a struggle from the charity stripe. Excuse me, that's Smith. Struggle for her as well, but she gets that one to go. That just means, Rhema fans, that she's due. Lindsay Moniz on for the first time for Randall. Also coming back in is Olivia Wells, I believe. 1 out of 2. 5-point ball game. Wells catches it in the corner. Getting back for Moniz. Moniz is tied up. Jump ball possession arrow favors Rhema. That 2010 championship for Rhema, I believe, was Carrie Sharp's first year as an assistant with the Lady Eagles. You guys on the YouTube chat can correct me if I'm wrong there. Jacobs over the defender, can't get the bucket. Wells did her job, got the rebound, and now a reach on the Eagles. 2 team fouls on Rhema, 1 on Randall here in the early going of this 4th quarter. So Burns will inbound it. And Courtney Jones will set up the offense. Here's Burns, cut off. Jones, catch and shoot. Grazes the rim. Burns offensive rebound. Good ball movement to Jones. Tosses it to Burns. Quick pass over to Wells. Wells, the mid-range shot. 2-pointer. Got it to go. 7-point lead for Randall. Jacobs, cut off. Free throw line extended. Gets it out to Smith. Smith with 10 to shoot. Smith with 7. Smith with 5, forces and hits. Well, Moniz played terrific defense, but it didn't matter. Tamara Smith on a roll. She's starting to heat up. That pass is off. Burns out of bounds. Turnover, Randall. These 2 in-state rivals meeting for the 3rd time this year. Randall swept the regular season series. Into the forecourt, it's Smith. Smith backing down on Moniz. Bounce passes it out. Salinas back to her. No foul called. Smith begging for a call, not getting it. Fletcher into the forecourt for Randall. Fletcher lost it. It was deflected, they say, by the Eagles. Inbound goes to Wells for the Saints. Burns fakes the three, drives in, dishes it out. Wells, corner shot. No. Long rebound, chased down by her, though. Another extra possession for the Saints. It was Rhema hitting the offensive glass hard in the first half. Randall started to do it more here in the second half. This time, Rhema comes up with it off the Randall miss. Smith into the forecourt on the far side. Jacobs top of the key. Bounce pass goes to Linsko, and she draws the foul on Burns. Inside 6 to play. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Linsko just 49% at the line. One out of 2. The lead is 4. Timeout Rhema. 5:50 remaining in the ball game. Good one. Good finish. Shaping up. Stick around. .550 remaining in this women's semifinal. Randall 45, Rhema 41. Chris Sheeman welcoming you back to Joplin, Missouri. Ozark doing a great job as always hosting this. Chris Lamb and company here. Really good, positive people to work with, which is rarer than you'd think. Believe me, as somebody who's been doing this for a while now, there's a reason why I keep coming back here. Shot clock is down to 7. Jones, open look, Fletcher. Can't get it to go. Underneath, Smith the rebound. Smith pushes. Randall, good job getting back on defense. Smith to the right, bounce past the Linsko. Shuffle their feet. It's a good call. Traveling, turnover, ball back to Randall. Nearing the midway point of the final quarter. Winner plays Arlington or Providence tomorrow at 4 in the championship. The loser goes to the third place game. That'll be tomorrow at 12:30 against the loser of tonight's game. Ozark already won 5th place in the tournament, defeating AFLBS. Foul going to be called on the Eagles. Team foul number 3 on them. Coming in for Rhema is Christina Rogers. Cameron Linsko will come out. Burns the inbound it. Driving the fadeaway by Wells off the mark. Jacobs the rebound. Here comes Rhema, down by 4. Smith backing down, throws it up, can't get the roll. Offensive rebound by Smith, yes! Second chance opportunities, 1 possession game, 45-43. Moniz, toss over to Burns. Here's Jones on the right, and she's fouled by Rogers. That's team foul number 4 on Rhema, so they're going to have to be careful over this final 4:18. Next foul puts the Saints in the bonus. Jones, step back from the elbow, buries it. Ice in her veins. Courtney Jones gets it to go. Smith throws it up, no, followed the shot. Foul was on the floor. That's 3 on Randall. Short rest for Cameron Linsco as she comes back in for Rogers. It'll be Jacobs to inbound it. Fresh 30 for Rhema. Salinas, yes! 1 possession game again. 47-45, inside 4 minutes to go. Burns on the near side. Fletcher. Wells kicks it out. Jones for 3, no. Fight for the rebound. It's last touch by Salinas. Burns the inbound. Fresh 30 for Randall. Jones right back to her. Swings it out. Moniz traveled with the basketball. Kahara Mays is going to come in for Moniz. So an opportunity now for the Eagles to tie or take the lead for Rhema. They have not led in this second half. Led by as many as 6 in the early going. It was 8-2. Randall's led by as many as 11 in the second half. Smith backing down, lost the dribble, able to get control back. 10 to shoot. Smith right around the defense. Can't get it to go. Got to gather herself, though. She's got 2 free throws coming. Both teams with 4 team fouls now. 3:07 left to go in the game. Good on the first. Pressure free throws. Timeout, Randall. 3:07 left to go. A good finish in store here in the women's semifinal. Don't go away. We're coming back here in just a moment. Opportunity now for Tamara Smith to tie it here with this free throw. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. 3:07 left to go in this tight semifinal game. Smith missed it. So Randall maintains a 1-point lead. Burns, yes. So Randall pushing on the miss. Increases its lead to 3. Jacobson to the forecourt. Jacobs guarded by Wells. Goes right around her and scores. Terrific, patient offense by Jacobs. 1-point game again. Jacobs got to be careful. She was out of control from the get-go, and they finally whistled her. Over-aggressive, and 2 free throws to come. So Courtney Jones, 72% at the line. Randall's lead is 2 again. Jones gets them both. 51-48, trip to the championship game on the line. Smith to the bucket, got it again. She and Jacobs just attacking the Saints interior. Jones, she attacks and scores. These two heavyweights are throwing blow for blow here in the closing minutes of this semifinal game. Smith driving on Mays, an air ball, and that's going to go off Rhema. 1:45 left to go. Mays, some light trap for Rhema. No trouble for Randall, though, as Jones walks it into the front court. Fell down. It's a steal. Smith comes up with it. She's got numbers. 5-on-3. Takes it herself. Can't get it to go. And the rebound controlled by Wells. Well, I know that Smith has had the hot hand, especially here in the second half, but on a 5-on-3, might have been better off to give that up. So free throws to come now for Wells. Wells, a good free throw shooter at 79%. And no trouble on the first. 2-possession game. Got them both. Randall by 5. A little room for error now if you're Rhema with 1:20 remaining. Jacobs into the forecourt. Jacobs looking to drive on Wells. She's had some success. Can't do it. Got it to Smith. 10 to shoot. Smith backs it out. 7 to shoot. Smith with 3. Pull up. Can't bank it in. Good defense by Mays, who also collects the rebound. Here comes Randall looking to close the door. Inside 50 seconds to go. It's Jones top of the key. Over to Burns. They're content to run some clock. It's a 2-possession game, so smart offense for the Saints. Shot clock down to 7. Jones out to Mays. Blocked on the 3. Turnaround shot by Jones. It'll be a shot clock violation, but if you're Randall, that's fine. Timeout by Rhema. So 24.5 seconds left. Possession arrow favors the Saints. Both teams in the bonus. We'll see what Rhema draws up. We'll be back here in just a moment. Fourth quarter, Rhema will advance the ball. Salinas will inbound. Lapp was out on the court. She's not in the game right now. Lambert's in for her. Jacobs. Rhema can't be too patient here. Lambert for three. No. Rebound controlled by Wells. And a timeout called by Randall. 13 seconds left to go. We'll go away here just briefly again. (56-50). Rhema's got to go quickly. Salinas knows it, fires the three. It's going to be saved. Now they say that Lambert stepped on the line, or over the line, I should say. So that's going to wrap it, most likely. We're going to have another timeout. 6.4 seconds, though. Randall on their way to the championship game. We'll be back. All right, 56-50, Saints advance. One of the changes, by the way, to the women's game. Quick foul by Rhema. It's something the men's, I mean, there's a lot of things the men need to do. They need to go to quarters. They need to let the teams advance the ball. It's ridiculous, and it would make the game so much more interesting. Although I don't think that that's the primary objective for whatever reason on the men's side. That free throw by Fletcher likely sealing the door. one more for good measure. So valiant effort by Rhema against Randall this season, but they will come up short again as Jacobs can't get the three to go. And it's the Saints who go to the championship game as they win it here 58-50. Updated women's bracket for you. So Randall in the championship game at 4 tomorrow. Rhema will take on either Arlington or Providence in the third place game at 12:30. Well, folks, we got to wrap it up. 58-50 is your final. Coming up next, a men's consolation between Champion and Ozark. We'll have that one for you in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far. Thanks for watching, everybody.